What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and fellow hobbyists, and welcome to P&Q, the question and answer series where you put questions to me or comments and then I respond to you the following month. Now, I'm recording this, well, it's almost Christmas, let's put it that way. But I'm having to find any time, literally, I can to get these videos in at the moment because life is very, very busy right now. But I wanted to make some time to do this episode because it's the last one of 2019, and I thought it'd be nice to get it done, and it's nice to come out here because I haven't been out here in my studio for such a long time. It seems now it feels weird being in. I mean, I see stuff around me that was, there when I sort of almost like left and locked up to start my Christmas stint, as it were. But that's good. It's nice. It's a nice calming feeling, and it's I feel it's got good vibes. Right. So I've had a personal question. You can people could do that if they bump into me and ask me questions personally, obviously. And I think, oh, that might be a good one for P&Q. Particularly if said person may happen to watch the video, which this one might. And you can email me, miniwarzone@gmail.com. The link's in the video description below, of course, as always. But I've got the most common way is just put comments on the video and ask you questions there, or put your comments there. Excuse me. I'm sorry I'm going to be drinking coffee in this episode because. Right. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. Now I'm going to start with the personal question because it's on its own. It's all on its lonesome. Anyway, yeah, is this... So how are you finding your first Christmas on home delivery with Asda? That's the company I work for. How am I finding it? And I said to them, but there'll be others probably watching, I'm really enjoying it. I love it. And if I'm not able to stay later on in the new year, then I'm going to really miss it. But I'm doing my utmost to try, to get in, to show how good I am, how flexible I can be, and this time of year they want flexibility. So I'm just doing all the hours they throw at me. So anyway, yeah. So, but I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. I can't believe the difference in two different companies in the same area, of the market and retail. It's such a huge difference. So much better. And yeah. But yeah, so I'm absolutely loving it. So thumbs up for that one. Well, my next question comes from Frost and Fists from Wolf Brother Mythos, and he says, really awesome video as always, my brother. As the year draws to a close, how many models do you think you will have finished this year? I know it's been a busy and hectic year, so it might not be as many as usual, but each one is still hobby therapy. Yes, it is. What's the most you've painted in a year? Oh, wow, do you know? Mythos likes to get me thinking, folks. I could probably look back. The best way to tell, I think, to get a rough idea, it's not going to be exact, but a rough idea would be to go back through all my On the Bench series. And that's, of course, that's not taking into account tutorials. I haven't done that many tutorials, but I've hit my target for the year and some. I set myself a little goal. I can't remember what it was now, but I know earlier in the year I thought, yes, that's my target of tutorials for the year. I'm good now. Anything else is a bonus. So I know I've gone over that. I wouldn't like to say, Mythos. I'm fortunate that I've got a lot of unpainted models in storage, and I can just take them out as and when, which is what I've been doing, and it's fantastic. As you may have you saw my Saruman the White. I've got him. He's not finished yet, but my Saruman figure. It's because I've got quite a few Lord of the Rings figures, old metal ones, unpainted, of course. But we watched The Hobbit as a family. Well, it seems like ages ago now, but yeah, that rekindled my interest. I mean, I'm always loved Lord of the Rings, you know, but it kind of like, oh yeah, Lord of the Rings, I want to do some of that now. So it made me do that, and I thought to myself, also with things like Saruman and characters like that, and Gandalf or whoever, you know, I can use them in D&D. You know, I mean, Saruman the White. I mean, he could be any wizard, you know, just a wizard in D&D, or you know, mage and magic user. He can be that person. Yeah, so they're multifunctional as I paint those figures. What's the most I've painted in the I wouldn't like to have it. I think the most I would have painted would be going back a few years when I was fairly new to the channel, to my channel, to YouTube land, and I painted my. During that year, I painted my Zombicide models, because there's a lot of models, as you know, in that. Even in just the starter, there's a load of models, and I painted them all up, and I was really pleased with them and how they came out. So that year, I wouldn't like to put a number on it though, because I don't think I'd be accurate enough. I really don't. It's got me wondering now though. Think to myself, maybe I should do a model count. Something I could do for the new year. You sparking a new thought in my mind here. Yeah, I could do that. I could make a note of what models I'm painting and how many I've painted. And at the end of 2020, I could probably sit down and say, I painted X amount of models this year. And I'm going to do it. Do you know, I think I might do that. I might do that. Provided I remember, I will do that. So if next year, I am planning on painting my Angry Neighbours box set for Zombicide, which I've got over there, raring to go. The models are all washed and prepared. They just need priming and painting. You know, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. That's a great idea. As for the therapy, yes, it's just, it's such good therapy, especially when, you know, times are bad and, you know, you're down and, you know, it's easy to slip into that black pit of despair sometimes. You know, I just don't know, you know, what am I going to do, you know, in life in general. Yeah, it's when you find out who your friends are. I know that much. But yeah, right. Holiday question. What are your favourite Christmas songs? Do you sing any with your lovely family? Well, personally, it's not like songs as in songs that come on the radio at Christmas and things like that. For me, it's Christmas hymns. That's what I like singing. I think I can speak for my wife from that viewpoint as well. I can't say so much for Elena, but I can certainly say for my wife, it would be the hymns, the popular hymns, because, let's have a sip of coffee a moment, excuse me. As you may or may not know, when I first met my wife, she was in the choir of her as then church. And they were quite, you know, it was quite hard to get in the choir, you know, they're all quite musically well endowed, shall we say, musically. Having to understand music, not to mention have a good voice. My wife sings the alto lines in the choir, but you know, these days we're with a different church, and they're kind of like, because we've performed for our church family many times, and once was at Christmas as well. But that was when we first kind of got in there. But they're kind of like, you're in our choir. There's no question. There's no like audition or anything like that. You're in. It's like that's a given. So my wife does that, and she did that this year. We held our choir service quite early this year for Christmas, but it was a case of fitting it in with schedules with everybody else that attended, and obviously I went. I wasn't part of the choir, but I do enjoy the Christmas songs, and of course more people get together at this time of year, and it generates a warm feeling inside. A bit like when you have a cup of mulled wine or something, and it just like warms your body. I get that warm fuzzy feeling. I don't know. I can't describe it really. I'm not doing it justice at all. But yeah, it would be traditional Christmas hymns. I can't name any, specifically. Just in general, I find that with anything though, really, what is your favourite this or that? I find it very hard. Like I talk about computer games, it's very hard to know. I can't say that is my absolute favourite because I have many favourites. Bit like your children. You love them all equally, don't you? So I know I've only got the one, but you know what I'm saying. Great question, Mifos, as always. Okay, moving on to Idic Beer 40k. What's he got to say? I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked at these and what would work being so busy, and things go out of my head quite quickly. It says, great show, my friend. I have a question about your wife's book. Right, okay. My daughter is 11 and a half years old. Would they be suitable for her to read? And happy Christmas to you. They'd be more aimed. They'd be more suitable, I think, for mid to late teen. I mean, if your daughter was like maybe 13 or something like that, that would be more. You getting into more the right age range, 13, 14, 15, upwards. Not that there's anything gratuitous in any way, shape or form in it. Just that it would make it would make a lot more sense, I think, to to a person that's just that little bit older, I think, and have that little bit more experience of life and can understand and relate to different things. But yeah, they are not written for youngsters, but they are certainly suitable for youngsters. It's been very difficult. My wife and I, we really want to get her third book finished, and it's still being written. It's taking a really long time because it's been such a difficult year so far for us. It's finding the time and the right place up here to be able to do that. And once that is done, though, and it's been edited and draft read and proofread 5 or 6 times, or to begin with, and then beta read and so on. Once it's okay for publication, then we're really gonna hit it marketing wise. Now, I've been doing a digital marketing course, which obviously right now at this moment in the month of December I haven't been able to do, but it's fortunately for me, it's an online course, so I can come back to it at any time. So I'm planning on going back to that when I've got a bit more free time, which I will have after during the new year, probably when things go back to normal. And yeah, it won't take me long to get that done. And by the time I've done that, who knows? Maybe the first draft will be ready for my initial proofreading. So we go through many different stages on the book. An initial proofreading isn't, you know, spelling corrections or grammatical syntax corrections. It does that really fit with it's still kind of getting the story out there. The first draft is just get it out there, just get it out there. Doesn't matter, you know what. Then it's kind of like, yeah, maybe that should be there, or blah, blah, blah. The second and third, maybe looking at, you know, grammatical and syntax appropriation, and you know, then another one, and then you know, you can start putting it out to certain beta readers, like the first ones, and then they can come back and, you know, what did you like? Did you like it? How did you find it? What was the pace like? You know, all these kinds of things. But once the third book is done, you know, we'll have a trilogy to market and promote, and we're planning on eventually doing, you know, like going to conventions and things like that and promoting it that way as well, actually in person, not just online. Although I'm really enjoying this marketing course, and I've been opened up to a whole new world of what's possible marketing wise, and so we're gonna do it at all angles. We may even get to do a little bit of travel with it as well. Who knows? I don't know. It'd just be nice. It's not a, you know, she's not doing it to make money. She's doing it because she loves writing, and it's good to have the physical book in your hand. Although it's available digitally as well. But when you see the books on the shelf and you think, wow, you know, you've written that. Wow, that's amazing, you know. And they're kind of like her babies. Do you know what I mean? You know, you're very proud of them. And I understand it because I wanted to write before I got into YouTube. And this hobby of ours, that's what I was going to do. But, yeah, I've really gone off on a tangent there, haven't I? But, no, when your daughter's a couple years older, be better for her then. She'd enjoy them more, I think, then. Right. Jam Jar 34 is next. Hey, Jam Jar, how's it going? Hope your injury is on the mend. I was sorry to hear about that. Says, great one, Sir Pete. I will do a video and talk about progress on my calf. Yeah, it's such a shame that happened to you. Looking forward to the video. What new or continued projects are you going to do in next year? What are your plans? Time for more on the bench. Hey, I have a couple of plans actually next year. Well, one of them, as I previously mentioned, was to get my Angry Neighbours expansion set done for Zombicide. That's one. My second one, I want to do a diorama. I like to do a diorama for each book that my wife has written. So the first one I did a really little small one, and then the second one for Parallax I did a bigger one, and for this one I want to do a bigger one again and slightly more. I want to get better at doing dioramas as well, because it's a whole new area and different ball game altogether. Doing a diorama than just like painting a model for a game or something. So I'm enjoying that, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I've been getting certain models ready for said diorama. The further the book gets completed, the more ideas I can get. Like, I can do that, I can put that in it, and start thinking about how I might do that for it. But yes, a diorama, my Angry Neighbours expansion, and I really would like to get that model car I bought when I came back from America all those years ago. Get that finished, because I started it. I'd like to finish that. And that was in, you know, honour of my holiday, for goodness sake. I really need to get that done. Yes, so lots of things coming up. Right, Wizard Wargaming is next. Hey there. Says, great video, buddy. Sorry for not asking a question in the last one. That's okay. I completely forgot. With all the talk about food in this and other videos, you actually once made me order kebab. What is your favourite food and drink? Roast dinner. Roast. I think. I mean, traditionally, I like a nice roast chicken and dinner with all the. It's got to have all the trimmings. My favourite. It would have like the meat, whether it's chicken or beef or lamb or turkey, whatever it may be. So the meat, the potatoes, parsnips, swede, peas, sprouts. All that kind of stuff. The whole works. Gravy. Mwah. That's my favourite drink. My favourite food, sorry. My favourite drink? That's a good question. As a spirit, I mean, I can't drink much. It makes my symptoms worse, my MS symptoms. But that said, there are times when I was like, yeah, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to have a drink with you or whatever. I know it's going to make me poorly, but I want to do it. I suppose there's a few I like. When it comes to wine, I can't stand white. I'm like, oh. But I do like red. But certain, it's a fine line. It's a very fine love-hate line. Excuse me. I like a Pinot Noir, a nice Pinot Noir. But when you're getting into the, I don't know, the more, I don't know the terminology, the more winey ones like Merlot, Shiraz, I can't bear them. It's too much for me. But a nice Pinot Noir, nice. It's a bit smoother. It's nicer. So a Pinot Noir. I do like Jack Daniels. Do a honey Jack Daniels. That is nice. But again, I cannot have very much of it. It's just nice to have a little taste. It's beautiful. For drinking and not worrying overly about getting poorly, Malibu. I seem to be able to drink Malibu and not be too badly affected in any way, shape or form. When I say I drink Malibu, I don't mean I'm drinking it all day long. Just a couple of glasses maybe. Malibu and Coke. I quite like some of the fruity ciders. I know there are certain people, and I've worked with a few, that say, oh, that's not proper cider. It's just, But I like the Copperberg, strawberry and lime, the mixed fruit ones, and all the other ones they're coming out with now. I like them. They're easy to drink, and they're nice. They're nice with a roast dinner. So is a Malibu and Coke. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I like. All this food talk. It's nearly tea time as well. It will be it's pitch black outside now. My wife will be. Let me see. Let me just check live on camera what time it is. One moment. Oh, my wife will be finishing work soon, and then she'll be doing her long drive home, and we'll be chatting on the phone as to what she'd like for tea, and I'll put it on. So it's just us two tonight because my daughter's working one of her jobs. She's got a couple of part-time jobs. Just what that she's doing to earn a little bit of money for herself. She's getting ready to go in the RAF, so she's gearing up for that. And yeah, so she's working in the social club tonight. And I'm thinking at the moment we're going to have pizza and chips because there's a couple of pizzas in our freezer that I brought back along, and oddly enough, my preferred pizza are the cheaper ones. The cheese and just plain cheese and tomato. I prefer those. My daughter is more a fan of all the, barbecue chicken, spicy, this, that, and the other, with all the stuff on. I just like a plain old, 60p, 50p cheese and tomato pizza. Because that's all they were when they first came out, really. And that's how I remember them. It's this childhood thing, my childhood, and what I remember as a kid. So I like all that. Right, last question. Oh, I've dragged this out, haven't I? God. It's who took my dice miniature wargaming. Okay, thank you for commenting here. Says, awesome video, Pete. Hope things are getting better. Well, I won't really know till I get paid, and I won't get paid till next year, first week in January. But I'm hoping. I'm so hoping we can turn a corner. I just because I try not to think about it too much and try not to worry, because what's worrying going to do other than make you poorly? So anyway, but yeah, I really hope. Thank you for your well wishes, everyone. I mean, I really do. Thank you for that. Good to see you keeping your chin up. Tough, but yeah, we're doing it. My question: which is your all-time favourite unit in 40k? The one you can't leave home without. Favourite all-time unit? Wow, here we go. The difficulty I have in picking a favourite. See, that would... First of all, I have to pick an army. I'm going to pick two. No, scratch that. I don't need to. I think I can simplify this. My favourite unit, pretty much in any army, I think, is infantry. Your plain infantry. You know, in the guard, like the Astra Militarum, it'll be the shock troopers, Space Marines. It is simply the Space Marines, the tacticals. In Tyranids, I like the Hormagaunts best, the melee ones. I used to like the Termagants, but the Hormagaunts, I prefer them. I just like the look of them. I like the way they look because you move them across the table. You can almost see them running. I like that. And if I had to pick one out of all of them, it would be them, the Tyranid Hormagaunt. If you position them right, they look very dynamic on the table. So that is my favourite. And that's all my questions. So thank you ever so much, folks, for leaving them and asking them of me. And thank you so much for, wishing me well and all that kind of good stuff. I do feel I it's got to get better. It has. I don't want to be sitting here telling you all my troubles and what's. I don't enjoy making a video about how bad things are for me, how something is really bad. I don't. It's not the sort of thing people want to see. So I try to do videos just about more positive things. So I'm just trying to focus on the here and the now. Just focus on one day at a time. If you can get through each day, and you think, well, am I going to die today? No. Am I going to be homeless today? No. That's good. That's that day done. Next day. Right. Think about this day. What new problems are going to face me this day? That's the way to do it, I think. And I was being a bit extreme there, but that's just the kind of mentality I'm trying to adopt. I'm learning all this stuff. It's life's many lessons. They say character building. I don't need this much character building. Really, I don't, honestly. But there it is. That's the hand life has dealt you one. You have to kind of make the best with what you've got. So that's what we're doing here. This is what we're doing. As it gets more closer to Christmas, I'll be thinking about doing a video for my end of year. And don't worry, it's not going to be doom and gloom. I promise you that. It's going to be just my reflections on the year. I'm not going to harp on about how bad things are and how they've been. I mean, I will say, you know, it's been a bad year. There's no doubt about it. But I will be looking forward to the new year and new things and, you know, new opportunities. What life will throw at me, who knows? It's kind of exciting in a way. You've got to find a silver lining in everything, I think. And that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, a bit closer to the end, I'll be thinking about what I'm going to do. And, you know, once I'm off for Christmas, I'll be able to come out here. I'll be more relaxed and I can make that video with you in the knowledge that, you know, I've got some time to think and reflect and relax. Just so I will take this opportunity to say, although I've obviously pre-recorded this long before you see it, but I will take this opportunity to say Merry Christmas to all of you. I really hope you have a great one and a fantastic new year. I hope it's everything, you know, you could wish for. And to be honest, my greatest wish for you all is stay healthy, stay safe, guys. I've lost too many friends and too many good people in my life to want to see any more. I know I'm going to at some point, but you know, just be well, guys, and you know, make videos. Keep doing what you're doing. I like seeing how happy you guys can be over your, you know, stuff you're doing in the hobby. It cheers me up. It makes me feel good, and then I think, I'm gonna make a video. Right, okay. I'm so looking forward to getting back to my On the Bench series. I can't tell you. I'm really looking forward to that. One day soon, I hope. Haha. Yeah, I just love doing those videos. The therapy. Sorry, I know I'm going on. This is turning into a. Oh my, it's over half now. I know this is. Oops, drop my questions now. I know this is turning into a long video, but I just love those videos. I love doing them, and because I haven't made a video in what seems like forever, I've got a lot to talk about, and I feel like I need to get my words out. So yeah, but I really do. I just want to get the final stuff done for this year and end that chapter and begin a new chapter. If it's a book, it'd be like turn the page, right, new chapter, right, what's going to happen in this chapter? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so Merry Christmas to all of you, and yeah, have a good one. I really hope you do. So remember, all brushes lead to war, my friends, because this is war. This is war now. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Don't know what it'll be, but I'll see you then. It'll probably be my end of year video. Bye guys. Bye bye.